Hello again and welcome to another episode of Raine Plays. Today I'm doing a color challenge. I made my own little color thingy and then I went online and I did a random number generator and got 6, which is orange. So I went to Oasis Springs, chose my favorite lot, Vista Quarry, created 2 guys, Roy Bird and George Kirby. Roy is the brunette and George is the blonde. And I set about making an orange house. I'm not unhappy with this. I know it's the most unpopular color for a majority of the world, but I don't mind it. I suppose in excess, it would start to get a little tacky, leaving a bad taste in your mouth. I just think to myself, if I were to have to live in this place, I would develop a quick aversion to those candy corns, which is another thing I know most people don't like. I happen to enjoy them. I got to use some of my favorite wallpapers here, some of my favorite objects, and then other objects. I'm still determined. I think I'm going to make a video, everything that I love, and then everything that I just abhor. It's becoming more and more of an interest to me. The kitchen wallpaper, actually it's a tile. I just prefer it more in a bathroom. It just seems more bathroomy than kitchen-y. But if you switch it and go tile paint, it's not that bad. I just didn't care for it. There was too much pink in the paint, so I went with tile. I did not do too much cosmetic surgery, as I've mentioned before, and in my Oasis Springs playlist. I have no objections to this house. Alright, cosmetically, I widened the patio in the backyard and I manipulated the roof. Everything else is as it was prior to this challenge. And there are things you can do with this house. You can do a lot of things with the lot itself. But I just find it charming enough to leave it alone and, still be comfortable with it. I don't know, I'm probably in the minority there too. This neighborhood in Oasis Springs is my favorite. I just think it is so pretty. It's so beautiful after dark, and it's very reminiscent for me. Even though I didn't really have a good time while I was in Arizona or Long Beach. The tub choice, I think I should have gone with my original choice. But this isn't a bad tub. It's cute. I just think I like the other one better. Another thing too, I've looked into this quite extensively, and depending on what you read and how much of it you read, it is okay to read in YouTube videos. Especially okay if it is informative. And I do have a book. It's a health book. And it's all about different foods and fruits and vegetables that benefit you. And I thought, instead of boring the daylights out of you guys with my nonsensical boredom, that I would just read, maybe, depending on the length of the video, I suppose, just about one different fruit or vegetable, instead of me just sitting here babbling. I think it's better, and it prevents me from having to add music. I don't mind it sometimes, depending on what the music is, but I keep thinking that my taste in music is probably so eclectic that I'm the only one who likes it. And if I could really play for you what I normally listen to, I think it would be better, but I can't, obviously. That you would get in big trouble for if you put music into your videos, because normally I just listen to lo-fi hip-hop. That's the type of music I enjoy, but I can't do that here. Which is odd. How come lo-fi hip-hop can get away with it? Unless that channel isn't making a dime. I have no idea. I often wonder that about Rumi as well. Well, making his own music is one thing, but he keeps featuring artists and featuring music programs. And I'm like, is this guy making any money at all on his videos? So I'm just throwing some things out there. I don't know. I readjusted the settings in The Sims 4 again. I watched that Carl Sims 3 guy, even though he does Sims 4 stuff, but that's his official name, Carl Sims 3 Guide. He explained all the settings. So I learned about the vertical sync a second time. I had looked that up before I clicked it, but then he explained it in depth. So I went back in and I chose high. The only two things I put on low, I don't remember those last two choices. And of course I'm not in laptop mode, so. But it's beautiful. This is probably the most beautiful that my game has ever looked. But oh my goodness, I'm so afraid that it is just tearing my graphics card and my CPU apart. It was grinding. It was that loud. And it just makes me so nervous when that happens. I cannot afford to lose what little I have, you know what I mean? But I think this looks nice. I was never a fan of shadows to begin with. I think they distract from the game. I just don't think they're necessary. Yeah, they make it look more realistic. So I had always put the shadow on low. What I wanted was mirror reflections and window, like the lighting. I want that to take center stage over anything else. I wasn't aware of like depth of field and things like that. I just thought it meant that the sim can see farther away, and I'm like, who cares? But my sky came out better, and my objects are a lot more obvious, so there is more detail here, but I just can't keep this up because it's going to destroy my computer. It's just too high. I even went into my graphics card settings, and it's telling me it can handle it. So I'm thinking I've got an okay graphics card. It's just my, whatever that thing is, the motor inside the computer, it guns. And this walkthrough, I'm wondering, I was just very curious about gameplay because I hadn't been able to do gameplay yet. And the minute I turned these guys on and let them loose while I was doing this walkthrough, everything just went to hell. It stuck, it sputtered, you can tell how low the FPS dropped. It's not me just sitting there staring at something. It's me trying to move and the camera's just sitting there, and then all of a sudden, doink, it moves. I can't handle that. It's just too stressing for me. So yes, this is lovely, and I would love to be able to play the game. I mean, see, look at the tiles. They actually shine and you can see the grout. That's never happened before. But my computer just can't handle it, so I'm not going to be able to do this. Anyway, I didn't mind a majority of this. I would not mind living in a house like this with a sim. Maybe not in real life, but, and I'm sure a lot of people feel otherwise. They're probably looking at this going, gross. But there are other challenges that I'm anxious to do. I would like to do a lot more shapes than just the triangle. I know Little Simsy just did, what was it, the octagon? I've done that so many times. I suppose I could do it again. But just like go into a world, pick a certain neighborhood, get rid of all of the houses, or maybe just Newcrest, and build a different shaped house on each lot. I think that sounds like fun. I want to continue doing these color challenges. And that pack per room challenge, it seems very popular with viewers, but it's not popular with me. It might be a while before I attempt to do another one of those. And I keep looking at, not even the sale items for The Sims 4. Nothing interests me. The only thing I'm kind of staring at is the fitness. That rock climbing wall looks cool. I know there's a lot of negative aspects to Romantic Garden according to everybody who hates it, but I still think that Wishing Well sounds cool, and I happen to like a couple of the garden items. I don't think they're that ugly. And then there's the outdoor retreat. I don't know. It sounds so dumb. You go there, you get bitten by bugs, you get sick, and then you go home? Wow. Let's do that. What else? What else would I be interested in? See? And my pet stuff. Like I said, if they would let you have a guinea pig or even a ferret or something. I don't want a rat. And the hamster actually looks like a guinea pig, so maybe that's not a bad thing. It's an awful big hamster. Oh, I don't know. Bowling night doesn't interest me. I just can't think. Every day that I go into the game, I stare at that and I click on something and I read about it and I look at the objects that they give you. And it's not doing anything for me. I don't know. I haven't even been to Brindleton Bay yet. I have not been to whatever the name of the place is for Get Famous. I haven't even been there yet. That's how interested I am. But I suppose I should, because I get those so that I could redecorate the houses there. That was the reason I created this channel. So maybe I could do that as well. Just does not sound interesting. I put that Christmas tree there because I like it. When you click on orange, that comes up, and I said, well, hey, that's cute. It's very pretty. It doesn't have to be a Christmas tree. It could just be a highly decorated pine tree sitting in someone's yard. I like those lanterns. That picnic table with the umbrella on top, that's clever. I have no idea what pack that comes from, but that's a good idea. Oh, and by the way, I finally downloaded some clothing, CC clothing, and over half of it is no good. I had to get rid of it. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm wondering if people just stopped creating items for this game. I don't know. But it seems like everything I download is outdated. It's not taken care of. It's not updated for the latest, fixes to the game. And I just end up having to get rid of it. So I have no idea. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.